Why do the most spiritually gifted wrestle hardest with lust? Seriously, you meditate, you fast, you pray, and then you get wrecked by a glance on the street or a random memory from 2009. Before we dive in, if you know someone secretly struggling with this, share the video. One click might save them years of guilt. Now let's talk about why lust isn't your enemy, it's your initiation. Carl Jung once said, you can't eliminate the erotic instinct, you can only transform it. But we never learned to transform it. We learned to fear it, hide it, fight it. Maybe your parents never talked about it. Maybe religion told you it was a sin. Or maybe you discovered desire through shame, punishment, or silence, and your nervous system adapted. It started believing desire is dangerous, love gets you hurt, wanting makes you weak. Lust became a split. One part of you craves aliveness, the other whispers guilt. That inner conflict, it's not a glitch, it's the first gate. And here's the twist, lust isn't about sex, it's about relief. You're not craving skin, you're craving silence. A moment where the world goes quiet and you feel whole, even for 12 seconds. That's how addiction begins, not because you're broken, but because it works temporarily. But for the spiritually sensitive, it hits harder, because your nervous system isn't numb, it's on fire. Let's get scientific for a second. Lust is biological, hormonal, millions of years old. It's not evil, it's efficient. Your DNA doesn't care about your peace. It wants you to reproduce, dominate, and leave a legacy. So every time you're lonely, tired, stressed, or scrolling Instagram at 1 a.m., lust spikes. Not because you're unholy, because you're alive. The modern world is a dopamine buffet. Your nervous system gets flooded, and your brain, it starts confusing fantasy with real connection. Now mix that with a spiritual lifestyle. You meditate, fast, pray, and you raise your energy, but you don't know where to put it. And guess what happens to energy with no direction? It leaks. It seeks the fastest exit. Fantasy, porn, hookups, whatever numbs the fire. You don't need to suppress it. You need to guide it. Alchemy isn't about killing desire, it's about transforming it into presence, clarity, and raw creative power. Here's the part religion rarely explains. Lust is not just a pattern, it's a spiritual archetype, a test. In Christian mysticism, it's Asmodeus. In Gnostic texts, the counterfeit spirit. In Tantra, the seductress at the threshold of transcendence. It doesn't come to kill you, just to distract you, shame you, fragment you, drain your clarity just enough to keep you average. And it doesn't show up like a monster, it shows up like comfort, affection, a cheap taste of union. Lust mimics divinity, but it keeps you trapped. And the more you fight it blindly, the more it feeds. Because shadow thrives on secrecy. That's why the first step isn't to fight it, it's to see it, to name it, to bring it into the light, without indulgence, without denial. Once you see the pattern, it starts to shrink. You stop running, you start standing. And that's when you realize lust wasn't the enemy, it was the doorkeeper. Saint Isaac the Syrian said, the fire that burns in hell is the same fire that burns in the hearts of the saints. It's not about eliminating fire, it's about directing it. You don't need to white-knuckle your way into purity. You need to feel the fire without flinching, to stop serving it and start channeling it, because that craving, that ache, it's not here to destroy you, it's trying to build you. When you hold it, when you breathe through it, witness it, own it, it changes. The desire to consume becomes the desire to create. And that's when you stop leaking energy. You stop looking for external fixes. You carry your fire without spilling it. Your presence becomes medicine, your gaze holds stillness. You walk into a room and people feel it. That's mastery, not the absence of lust, but the ability to choose where it goes. And when you get there, you stop fearing temptation, you thank it. Because it shaped you, it refined you, it forged you into someone who no longer runs from fire. You carry it. If this resonated, don't just sit with it. Share this. Comment the name of a friend who's walking through fire right now. We rise together, one flame at a time.